If Prince William was not the heir to the throne, right now he'd be in a mental institution. And my family is the reason why I say what I say today to all of you, my family. My family, first of all, years ago, there was an attempted assassination of the then Prince Charles years ago. And my family, King Charles, obviously, the then Prince Charles, survived. And my family, there is something that happened after. Something that was reported about Prince William that my family, I must say, is so sickening of what William was doing. My family, kindly allow me to read this to you, what William did. And I quote, a headline titled, "Pot Shot at Prince." And I quote, the Sunday tabloid News of the World has claimed that Princess Diana confiscated a replica gun from her elder son, Prince William, after she found him acting out a shooting of his father, Prince Charles. News of the World said the princess had given 11-year-old William an air-powered pistol which fires plastic pellets for Christmas. The paper said that days after Prince Charles' security scare in Australia, she had found William taking pot shots at his brother, Prince Harry, 8 years old at the time, who was pretending to be their father reading a speech. And my family, the sad thing is, this is not the first time. Harry covered this in his memoir as well about what William did to him. And my family, it gives you a perspective of who William truly is. And William ain't a good person. My family. And I want to read you what Harry said in his memoir of what Prince William told him at the time. My family, William always dreams of harming his brother Harry, time and time again. My family, let me read you the entire story for purposes of perspective, my family, getting a perspective into exactly what happened. So first, I'll cover how Harry treated William, how Harry defended William. Then I'll go right straight into what William did to Prince Harry. And I quote Harry's memoir spare. Hugh and Emily were old friends, au pairs. They lived in Norfolk. And we often went to visit them for a week or two during school holidays and summers. They had 4 sons with whom Willie and I were always thrown together, like pups into a bunch of pit bulls. We played games. One day hide and seek, the next capture the flag. But whatever the game, it was always an excuse for a massive scrap. And whatever the scrap, there were no winners because there were no rules. Hair pulling, eye gouging, arm twisting, slipper holes, all was fair in love and war. And at Hugh and Emily's country house. As the youngest and smallest, I always took the brunt. But I also did the most escalating, the most asking for it. So I deserved everything I got. Black eye, violet welt, puffed lip. I did not mind. On the contrary, maybe I wanted to look tough. Maybe I just wanted to feel something. Whatever my motivation, my simple philosophy when it came to scrapping was, more please, these 6 of us clocked our pretend battles in historic names. Hugh and Emily's house would often be converted into Waterloo. The Somme, Rocks Drift. I can see us charging each other, screaming, Zulu! Battle lines were often bloodlines, though not always. It wasn't always Windsor versus others. We'd mix and match. Sometimes I was fighting alongside Willie, sometimes against. No matter the alliances, though, it often happened that 1 or 2 of Hugh and Emily's boys would turn and set upon Willie. My family, please hear what Harry is willing to do to protect his brother William, and then hear the evil thoughts William has towards his brother Harry. It tells you exactly what William feels for Harry and what Harry feels for William. William seeks to harm Harry, but Harry loves his brother. My family, please kindly hear this. And I quote Harry's memoir, Spare. And I quote, no matter the alliances, though it often happened that 1 or 2 of Hugh and Emily's boys would turn and set upon Willie, I'd hear him crying out for help, and down would come the red mist, like a blood vessel bursting behind my eyes. I'd lose all control, all ability to focus on anything but family, country, tribe, and harm myself at someone, everyone, kicking, punching, strangling, taking out legs. My family. Prince Harry would run to defend Prince William, to fight for his brother William. And my family, he says it was for his family. He focused on his family, protecting his brother, who was screaming for help. And Harry would come to his aid for family. You know, my family, just by reading what I'm reading right now, I understand why Harry said he wants a family. Truly, he is genuine in wanting that. A family, not an institution. My family, sadly, he's never going to get that family. William has dark thoughts towards Harry. Harry, on the other hand, only wishes the best for his brother, William. A tale of 2 brothers. My family, Harry then says in his memoir, Spare, Hugh and Emily's boys could not deal with that. There was no dealing with it. Get him off. He's mad. I don't know how effective or skilled a fighter I was, but I always succeeded in providing enough diversion for Willie to get away. He'll check his injuries, wipe his nose, then jump straight back in. When the scrap finally ended for good, when we hobbled away together, I always felt such love for him, and I sensed love in return, but always some form of embarrassment. I was half Willie's size, half his weight. I was the younger brother. He was supposed to save me, not the other way around. Over time, the scraps became more pitched. Small arms fire was introduced. We'd hurl Roman candles at each other, make rocket launchers from golf ball tubes, stage knife battles, with two of us defending a stone pillbox in the middle of an open field. My family, this is a very, very weird childhood. You know? A very, very weird childhood, I might just kindly add my family. You know? This is how Harry and William were being raised. My family, this is quite, weird, basically, my family. But what I do know is that Harry is the one who turned out well, and William just did not. My family, once again, I continue. Harry's memoir spare. Harry then says, I can still smell the smoke and hear the hiss as a projectile rocketed towards the victim, whose only armor would be a puffer jacket, some wool mittens, maybe some ski goggles, though often not. Our arms race accelerated. As they do, we began to use BB guns at close range. How was no one maimed? How did no one lose an eye? My family, I don't know about you, but I would never ever allow kids to play with dangerous items like how Prince Harry and William were given dangerous items to play with, my family. You know? And my family, once again, allow me to kindly please continue, my family. Harry then says, and I quote, one day, all 6 of us were walking in the woods near their house, looking for squirrels and pigeons to cull. There was an old army Land Rover. Willie and the boys smiled. My family, now look at the dark, now please kindly hear the dark thoughts William has towards his brother Harry. And I quote, the tale of 2 brothers, one who seeks to harm his brother and one who loves his brother, one who goes on record to say that I want a family, not an institution. My family, kindly please hear what William, his dark thoughts towards Harry. And I quote, there was an old army Land Rover. Willie and the boys smiled. Harold, jump in. Drive away and we'll shoot you. With what? Shotgun. No thanks. William wants to harm his own brother. You know, no wonder he does not care about the pain he has put Harry and Meghan through. This is what he's always wanted to do for a long, long time. Harm his brother. And that's what he continues to do even right now, by leaking negative stories about Harry and Meghan to the UK tabloids. I recall even from Harry's memoir spare. Prince Harry says the one main thing he was concerned about is losing his security protection, my family. That is what he was so concerned with, my family. And my family, he shared those concerns with William, Charles, and the Queen. Now, the late Queen. And my family, what happened is that they had promised to allow Harry and Meghan and Archie to keep their security team. That's what they had promised, at least for a year. But before a year was even over, they stripped Prince Harry, Meghan, and Archie of their security team. And my family, what's important to know, my family, is that Harry had contacted Charles, had tried to get a hold of Charles. He was calling Charles. And Charles would not answer his phone call. When security were being ordered to leave where Harry and Meghan were, where they had taken refuge in Canada. They had been ordered to leave, and there was to be no negotiations or complaints. They were ordered to leave immediately, my family. So Harry tries to call Charles, his father, to ask for help, to tell him what was happening, although he must have known what was happening. You, as the next king, you must have been informed that your son was being stripped of his security. And Charles must have known why Harry was calling. He must have known the day that Harry was even losing his security. He and William both knew. When Harry was calling Charles, hoping that Charles would answer, hoping that Charles would help, Charles did not take Harry's phone call. And then Harry says in his memoir, right then and there, Prince William called, actually texted first, my family, and said, "Can you talk?" William knew exactly what was happening. You know, William knew exactly what was happening. He knew that Prince Harry was losing his security. William knew, my family. And my family, instead, he told Harry that he could do nothing about it, as it was a government decision. And from what we have learned in Harry's court case is that in Ravek, people like Edward Young, who was the Queen's private secretary at the time, my family, were involved in the decision made for Harry to lose his security. And my family, there is no way that Harry loses security without Charles' input, without Charles himself calling for his own son to lose his security. There is no way, my family. There is no way. My family, so clearly, it was not just a government decision. It was Charles and William who decided and ensured that Harry was being stripped of his security. They had hoped that somehow, by doing that, Harry would be so scared he'd have to come back to the UK. My family, allow me to read you this part of Harry's memoir spare. After Harry and Meghan, had found out that their security team was leaving, my family, and I quote, February 2020, I scooped Archie from his nap and took him out to the lawn. It was sunny, cold, and we gazed at the water, touched the dry leaves. I kissed Archie's chubby little cheeks, tickled him, then glanced down at my phone to see a text from the head of our security team, Lloyd. He needed to see me. I carried Archie across the garden and handed him to Meg, then went across the soggy grass to the cottage where Lloyd and the other bodyguards were staying. We sat on a bench, both of us wearing puffer jackets, waves rolling gently in the background. Lloyd told me that our security was being pulled. He and the whole team had been ordered to evacuate. Surely they can't. I would tend to agree, but they are. So much for the year of transition. The threat level for us, Lloyd said, was still higher than for that of nearly every other royal, equal to that assigned the Queen. And yet the word had come down and there was to be no arguing. So here we are, I said, the ultimate nightmare, the worst of all worst case scenarios. Any bad actor in the world would now be able to find us, and it would just be me with a pistol to stop them. Oh wait, no pistol. I'm in Canada. I rang Pa. He would not take my calls. Just then, I got a text from Willie. Can you speak? Great. I was sure my older brother, after our walk in the Sandringham Estate Gardens, would be sympathetic, that he'd step up. He said it was a government decision, nothing to be done. Clearly, that was a lie. My family. Lloyd was pleading with his superiors at home, trying to get them at least to postpone the date when he and his team pulled out. He showed me the emails. He wrote, "We can't just leave them here." The person at the other end wrote, "The decision has been made. As of March 31st, they are by themselves." I scrambled to find new security. I spoke to consultants, gathered estimates. I filled a notebook with research. The palace directed me to a farm, which quoted me a price, 6 million a year. My family, I slowly hung up. Harry knew at the time he could not afford to pay that amount. My family, Harry knew that. And the palace also must have known there's no way Harry can pay 6 million a year for security. However, that's the farm. They directed Harry to, my family. It's cruel. It shows my family that they wanted Harry to go broke quickly. That way, he has no choice but to come back and beg for money from Charles, William, and my family. Thereby, he can be controlled and be asked to come back into the royal fold alone without Meghan, Archie. Because at the time, Harry and Meghan only had one son. My family, I'm thankful that Taylor Perry came to Harry and Meghan's aid and gave Harry and Meghan security and protection and a home to stay in, my family, when the farm stripped them of their security. And even Taylor Perry said, that's what an abuser does. That's what a batterer does. Harry and Meghan were abused. You know? He said the royal family strategy was take away the money, take away security, to try and box them in to follow your orders, to control them, to get Harry to abandon his wife and kids and son Archie. That's what the farm has always wanted. Remember, after the 1 year review period was over, one carnival or so-called expert said that at the beginning it was hoped that Harry would come back alone, without Meghan or even his son Archie. They want Harry back alone. Even when the carnival or so-called experts, all experts really, when they keep saying that, oh look, Harry's going to come back with a tail between his legs, they never ever speak about Meghan or Archie or Lilibet, only Harry. Because that's what they want, for Harry to come back alone, without his wife Meghan and children Archie and Lilibet Diana. Alone, to be miserable, unhappy, like Princess Margaret was. That's what they want. And my family, even from Harry's statement in court, his witness statement, he says what all of us already know, what the tabloids truly want, and I quote, what Harry said. I always felt as if the tabloids wanted me to be single, as I was much more interesting to them and sold more newspapers. This twisted objective is still pursued to this day, even though I'm now married. Harry said in his witness statement. This twisted objective is still pursued to this day, even though I'm now married. Despite Harry being married, still, you see UK tabloids trying so hard to abuse Meghan into leaving Harry. Still, even right now as we speak. Spreading illusions that somehow all ain't well in Harry and Meghan's marriage. As always, it's projection about what's happening in Kate and William's, loveless marriage, my family. And my family, they want Harry to have that fate of Margaret. That is what the UKW media had planned for Harry, to have that fate of Margaret, Princess Margaret, unhappy, miserable, to embiggen Prince William. And William was also a part of this evil plot against Harry, my family, to make sure that he is miserable, unhappy, and gives up the woman he loves. William, don't forget, tried turning Harry against Meghan. When Harry would not agree with those racist tropes William used to call Meghan difficult, rude, abrasive, my family, William physically attacked, assaulted Prince Harry. That's because Harry would not turn on his wife Meghan. My family, it's not just William, the tabloid media that wanted Harry to be single, that wanted Harry to just be the third wheel following William and Kate around. No. It's also Prince William himself. William wanted that so badly. That's what he liked. Being able to control Harry, and for Harry being unhappy, miserable, and also alone. Not having direction in his life, having a purpose in his life, not excelling, having that amazing star power that he and Meghan have. William could not stand that. Harry married a smart woman, hugely successful before marriage, making up to $50,000 an episode in Suits, my family. William could not stand that. And also, he was also xenophobic towards Meghan. And my family, on top of that also, William was difficult before Harry's wedding to Meghan. Even sending threats to Harry. Hey, look, I'm going to forcefully shave your beard. Kate, on the other hand, was making Meghan cry before Meghan's wedding. They were being mean towards Harry and Meghan before they got married. My family, they all wanted for Harry to be single and happy and never to find love. William never married for love. So him seeing Harry marrying for love was also something tough on William. He could not stand that. Harry got what he wanted. He found love. He was happy. And William sought to destroy that happiness, to break that marriage, my family, with lies, abuse, deceit. But my family, he failed. And no matter how many times UK tabloid media try to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, they'll keep on failing. No matter how William keeps on leaking negative stories about Harry and Meghan to get them to split up, or to put so much pressure on Harry and Meghan's marriage that it breaks, William, you won't succeed. You haven't succeeded in over 7 years of smear campaign. You won't succeed in destroying Harry and Meghan now. You will not succeed. Now, my family, kindly please tell me your thoughts about what we've just discussed. How William treated his own brother Harry versus how Harry would treat his own brother William. Harry treats William with respect. Harry treats William with respect. William only has dark thoughts of harming Harry. And guess what? Harm Harry he has. But what he hasn't been able to do is break apart Harry and Meghan's marriage. Is destroy Harry and Meghan's home. And my family, no matter what he does, he won't succeed to destroy Harry and Meghan and Harry and Meghan's marriage. My family, he will not succeed. No matter what William does, he won't succeed, my family. Now, my family, kindly tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed about William Dark thoughts, my family. Allow me to read some comments on this, please, my family. Someone said that the signs have always been there. In joint interviews, William constantly insults or undermines Harry. That's what he does in public. Can't imagine what he does privately. Remember what Harry said. He physically assaulted Harry in private. Now, my family, someone said that Will seems like that type of person who is just straight up abusive to anyone he has power over. Even if they don't do anything to set him off, it just depends on his mood. I hate to think he may be treating Kate and the kids like this. My family, you can be sure that's how he treats Cain Moulton. Remember, a few days ago, we saw that report, my family, that William and Cain Moulton throw pillows at each other. My family, they don't love each other. And remember what Harry said, royals don't marry for love. And right then and there, the tabloid said that he's talking about William and Cain Moulton, even though Harry never mentioned William and Cain Moulton. Harry knew exactly who is mad that he married for love and who was sought to destroy his happiness and love. William has always been that bad person. My family, I think that's enough, kindly. Tell me your thoughts about, what you think, my family, about what Harry feels for William and how William treats Harry himself. What I've read you from Harry's memoir spare, kindly. My family, William has dark thoughts towards Harry. And no wonder he's caused him so much pain and harm. No wonder the person behind this entire smear campaign has always been known as Prince William. No wonder, my family, it's William who authorized his employee to issue a statement against Meghan in court. Who authorized Jason North to issue a statement against Meghan in court. It's always been William, the person behind the smear campaign. My family, he has done so much to cause pain and harm to Harry and Meghan, my family. But what he'll never succeed in doing, my family, is destroying Harry and Meghan. Their marriage will not be destroyed, not by William or the tabloids or dark forces at play, like the farm or trolls online or Karens. My family, they will not succeed in destroying Harry and Meghan's marriage. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Love you, always and forever. He never wins, love wins, my family. Choose love, always and forever. And stay tuned to our next video, my family. Love you, always and forever. William is not a good person. And I say that with so much sadness of what he has turned out to be. Someone who has been raised by the institution has turned out to be someone who's just not a good person. My family. And the best thing that could ever happen to Harry is to maintain his distance as far away as possible from someone like Prince William. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you, always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.